Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my November reset.
And trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm wrong. I gotta go, run.
So if you watched these videos before, my November reset is like any other reset here on YouTube, and it is basically talking about my highs and lows for the month. So with it being November, I wanted to start off with my highs and lows for November. So I'm going to start off with the highs. So my first high is that I did an extra week worth of work, and this was a Monday to Friday gig, sort of like, you know, temporary contract. I was able to do this week, and you know, the pay isn't too bad for it. And to be fair, you know, it's in the same line of work as I usually do, and I really enjoyed it this time. It was, you know, it was challenging, but I also enjoyed it. The second high, which is my favourite high, is that I booked my USA trip. So I'll be going away to the USA sort of at the latter end of this year, and so yes, you will be having holiday / like travel content coming. So if there's any like challenges or anything that you would like me to film whilst I'm out in the US, then please let me know. I'm gonna be doing probably Target vlogs and Walmart vlogs because I don't really get a chance to go out in those particular types of things. I've also got someone that is on social media that I'm going to message and see if she's available for maybe like a Target challenge or something, like a buy them something in this colour or making a rainbow Target challenge. I don't know. I'm going to discuss it with her and see if we can meet up and do that video, or maybe just a picnic. Maybe just like, I don't know, like it's a bit cold for a picnic, but you know, maybe just meet up and just kind of get to know us like on YouTube and do like a video on each channel. I don't know. I'm gonna have to message her and find out. My third high for this month was that I sold a decent amount on Vinted. I think I ended up withdrawing over like £20. I will have a deeper look when I go into the financial side of this like reset, but yeah, I did sell quite a few things on Vinted, and I posted something off yesterday and I've sold something else like overnight, so I've got that to go and post off. So yeah, it is looking up for me on the whole Vinted side. If you don't know what my Vinted is, it is in the description box down below, but I will try and remember to also leave it on screen so you can like go and just type it in and do it. That it is, I'm pretty sure it's Deeanna 8. So yeah, it's one of those. I do have quite a few items up. The clothes are in the plus size section, and I also have some like craft bits up, and also a few bits for like the home and things like that. So go and check it out. I'm open to offers, obviously sensible and reasonable offers only, but yeah, it's something that I'm trying to declutter, and Vinted is a great way to declutter. And my fourth high is that I have made lots of Etsy products, but I'm going to be releasing a mental health wellness box and some savings challenges, and then as I make new savings challenges, then I'll release more and more savings challenges, but I'll be using them myself like for the majority of them. So yeah, let's save together, because 2023 has been absolutely rubbish for me in terms of my finances, and yeah, I need to get myself out of that deep hole that I've dug myself into. And if you can relate, my Etsy shop is going to be there to help you save money. If you've never tried cash stuffing, I really do think that it is an amazing thing. I've only just kind of slightly delved into the world of cash stuffing, and I've been doing the penny saving challenge. I had to cut it open when it was halfway done last time, and I had over £100 in my penny saving challenge without even really realising it, because I was just adding change, and the change that I would otherwise sort of got together and spent, I was then putting away into a jar. So I do highly recommend savings challenges. Like the penny saving one has really helped me to start saving. I'm going to be making some others to save more, but yeah, it is one of those. So yeah, come and join me with my saving goals. So now moving on to the lows for October and now going into November. So my first low is the fact that I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I am still struggling to manage the finances because I do get a hefty amount of my money at the start of the month, sort of the end of the month before. So for example, I get like my paycheck at the end of November, and then I am on benefits to top up my income, and that comes in at the very start of the next month. So within that 2 weeks, sort of at the end of one month into the second month, I'm getting majority of my money, and I'm struggling to budget that money. So I'm hoping that delving a bit deeper into the whole world of cash stuffing is going to really help make that possible and make it a reality for me to be able to like just save and to start making an emergency fund, and then eventually start putting into a pension and saving for my future, because I was never able to do that. So that is one of my 2024 goals, but I will be discussing my 2024 goals when it gets round to the making the vision board for the year, and I usually do that at the end of December. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. So another low for October is that I'm feeling very physically unsettled, and when I say that, I'm worried about my health for the rest of December and like November and things like that. So where I'm living at the moment, there is a mold situation where my bathroom has a small leak and it is causing a lot of mold. There's also no windows in my bathroom because it's like because of where the actual like where it is in the flat and things like that. So there's no way really of getting the condensation out. My extractor fan doesn't really work, and my landlord, they're doing things but it's not quick. So there is mold that is growing in the bathroom, and then it affected my health last year, and you know, that was when I had my old windows. I've now replaced the windows and that seems to have helped, but my dehumidifier is still filling up like every 4 days or even every 3 days sometimes. It is not nice, and then there is mold, you know, growing around different places in the flat, and as much as I clean the mold off, it comes back and it's not ideal. So and as far as I understand, that is a part of living, you know, in a flat that doesn't have very great circulation, but I'm trying my best. So any advice or any product advice in terms of like how to get rid of the mold and how to cope with the mold. I mean, I've tried dehumidifiers. I've got one electrical dehumidifier, and then I've also got several like the box ones that you dispose of after they've been used. So it is very hard to figure out a permanent solution, and as I said, my landlord is working towards a permanent solution, but there's no date that's been set in terms of getting that permanent solution. So yeah, it is like trying to think of things for the bit now, and because I became very, very unwell last year with the mold, I don't want that to happen again. And yeah, it's not ideal, but any recommendations, please leave them in the comment section down below, because I really would appreciate it. So moving on into the goals for November, and this goal is just literally going to be one goal, and I just want to be consistent on YouTube, and like the goal is to reach 750 subs. I'm currently, as I'm recording this video, at 618 subs. So yeah, if you're seeing this video and you're not subscribed, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because it does mean the world to me. So my inspiration and my goal with this YouTube is to make it my full-time job, to be able to post more than one to 2 times a week, to also do like chats and go out and do like conferences and talk about mental health, because mental health is something that I've suffered with for over 8 years of my life, and I still do struggle, you know, sometimes when I get triggered, you know, even now. So it's something that I feel very passionately about, and I do want to make a difference in that community. So yeah, you may not think that a subscribe would help, but it really does, and it puts me one more towards my goal. So now you're going to be seeing a clip that I recorded a little while ago, which was my penny saving challenge and me adding into my penny saving challenge. So yeah, enjoy that. So I'm recording this at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I have had a really rubbish night's sleep, but I want to get straight into this and add the £16.40 into my penny saving challenge. So as usual, we're going to have the penny saving challenge wheel spin, and we're going to spin. I'm going to be writing all the values down here, and while that's happening, I'm going to be using my trusty calculator here and minusing off the numbers. So I am going to put £16.40 ready to go, and then we're going to start spinning. And there's me having to agree to the terms and conditions of the website that I use all the time. But the first spin is 27 pence. So I'm going to put 0.27 here, and I am going to obviously remove that. I don't know why I'm like putting the lid on the pen, because I'm going to have loads of them. But we have 27. I'm now going to remove that, and I'm going to take my calculator and minus 0.27, push equal. So now we have £16.13, and we're now going to spin again. So we've just spun 277, so we're going to have to respin that because I can't do 277 out of 197. So we're going to give it one more try. If I get another high number, I'm just going to check my thing. So 103, that is perfect. So 1.03, and then I'm going to see if what is left after minusing 1 point, oh minute, not, no, I did it wrong. I put I'm going to put 0.03 just to make it easier. That means I've got to then take off another £1, so I've got a minus £1, so that leaves us with 94 pence. I'm going to see if 94 pence is a value that I can just cross off of my penny saver. So let's just have a little look. Let me just open up my little binder that's got my penny saving challenge in it. So this is my penny saving challenge. Is 93 pence available? Yes, it is. So I'm just going to cross off 93 pence, and then I'm just going to manually remove it from my wheel, because that makes it so much easier rather than getting frustrated and trying to find lower numbers. So let me just go and fix all that up, and then I'll be right back with you to cross off everything off of the penny saving challenge. So this is the update for the penny saving challenge, and as you can see, I've got quite a few of the lower numbers kind of gone, and like not a few but quite a cluster at the front, whereas at this end portion of the penny saving challenge there was very little. So next time I do the penny saving challenge, I might manually cross off some of these higher numbers to make me feel a bit more accomplished, and then go in and finish some more of this. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put all my coins into my penny saving challenge jar, and yeah, we shall then get into the monthly reset. My finances for the month in general and how I did, and my plans to make my finances and like, I don't know, the ways to improve the way I kind of talk about finances and things like that. So I'm going to open up my budgeting spreadsheet on my phone, and I'm going to go ahead and have a look at the October budget. So for this one, I was over by £129. I had budgeted, like, I didn't even realise how to use this spreadsheet. And for anyone that doesn't know, I got this spreadsheet idea from, I think her name on YouTube is Smiley Cyrus or Smiley Citrus on YouTube, and I was watching her and she had like a discount code for this particular like spreadsheet, and I just loved the way that it was, how she used it and things like that. But it wasn't until her October reset, so after I'd filmed my October reset, that I realised fully how you're supposed to do it and how you're supposed to use a spreadsheet. So under my budget, I'm supposed to kind of like budget and not have that in the negative. Well, that was in the negative, and I thought, well, yeah, it's in the negative, okay, whatevs. But no, it's not meant to be in the negative. But actually, the actual was less negative than the budget, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, I was kind of more conscious as the month went on, I suppose. So if I go over to my sections, so my most spent category, I suppose, was my credit card payments, and I knew that was going to be my most spent because I knew I was going to have to pay off the complete balance of my credit card. But that's the reason why my credit card payments was so much, and it actually made up a bit less than 50% of my like outgoings for like, you know, for the last month. The next section that was a fairly big section was my Love Holidays payment. So that is for myself and one of my really good friends to go away in April next year, and like that one is for a week, but we pay it in monthly installments to be able to afford it, because with the cost of living it's hard to obviously pay it off all at once. So yeah, that one was that. And then cash withdrawn, so this is what I want to talk about. So cash withdrawn, last month I took out £80 in cash, and I've taken out some money in cash this month as well, but I'm not going to have that as a section for like future like budgeting spreadsheets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the receipts from any of those like transactions that I've paid in cash, and then I'm going to be highlighting like all the different categories it goes under, because for example, if I go into Asda's, I might spend some in groceries and some in household, but previously I was putting it all under groceries, or I was just putting it under the cash withdrawn and not counting it, so I kind of need to count it. So yeah, I'm going to take out the cash withdrawn, so even if I do take out money for cash, I will be looking at the categories and highlighting it all. So to be fair, I might take a receipt that I did yesterday and show you what I mean, because that would, I think, really help to explain what I mean. So then the next two was my YouTube. So I do have some subscriptions for YouTube, and that was just under £80. And then Amazon, I made I think 2 orders in Amazon, so that's a lot less than what I usually pay. But then I also have my subscribe and save, so I kind of have a bit of both. Then I owe my dad some money, so I paid him back some money, and my council tax, and then we kind of go down into the smaller amounts for my spreadsheet. So I would say like the biggest chunk of money that I ended up having to spend was on my credit card, and I knew that was going to be the case, and I have made some like new challenges for myself to use. So they'll be on my Etsy as soon as I've got them printed and made extras of, but one of them is going to be a house saving challenge. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I'm now just going to quickly go into the kind of the amounts that I'm budgeting for like November, because I think that's quite important to kind of set the intentions. So this month I am using the spreadsheet how I should be using it, and I budgeted to leave myself with £15.48. I have put in all the incomes and all the bits and pieces that I should be getting. I have budgeted 60 quid towards electric because I got a message or a note, like a letter from my landlord, to say that I'd been charged the incorrect amount of electricity bill and that they wouldn't come and try and collect the arrears because it was for everyone in the same building, but that next month the amount would be higher. So I'm budgeting a bit more because usually it's about £40, so I budgeted 60 just in case. Then my council tax, I want to pay off a little bit more because I wasn't able to pay off as much last month, so I budgeted £100 for that. Just as a bit of information, I get a single person discount and I also get a low income discount for my council tax. So if you are a single person, you should get 25% depending on what borough you're in, and if you are on low income, you should also be able to get a means tested like benefit council tax reduction basically. So definitely look into that if you haven't already, and that can help with the cost of living. Then I've got my internet, I've got my SIM and my phone, and then I've got the money towards my dad. I've got some money that I need to pay towards some New Year's Eve tickets and then the holiday as well. So I've put all of that together, and all of those come to a total of £509.58, and that is all my like bills, you know, when you kind of have regular bills, and the only things I've added to that is my New Year's Eve tickets. So £509 is what I would need to like pay all my bills. I then have a subscription which is Disney Plus, and that's the only subscription I have. What I've been doing is kind of flicking between Disney Plus and Netflix, and I'm getting towards the end I think of Disney Plus now, so I'm probably gonna do one more month of Disney Plus and then I will cancel Disney Plus and get Netflix for a few months. And I kind of do it alternating, like, because I wouldn't have enough time to watch both both subscriptions, so I do Disney Plus for a few months and then Netflix. And I really highly would suggest that if it's just you, or if it's you and a partner that are watching Disney and things like that, and you can talk about this with like your partner and be like, well, we don't watch Netflix as much as Disney, or vice versa. And yeah, because you can save a bit of money, like even if it's £7.99, that does make a huge amount of difference when it comes to looking at your budgeting. Then for my like expenses, I have budgeted £150 for food and groceries. I didn't quite get that last time, but I think that was because I spent in cash a lot and I wasn't counting it towards the actual like payment. So I put £150 in there. I've put £0 for eating out and takeout because I have budgeted anything that is for my America trip under like sort of international holidays, which is further down in the list. So shopping, I've budgeted £15. I don't want to spend too much this month. And then for toiletries, another £15, and then for makeup and skincare I put £40. I'm not sure whether I'm going to need the whole £40, but with Black Friday coming up, I can imagine there is going to be lots and lots of different like makeup and like beauty type the Black Friday deals, and I've already seen a P. Louise one that I really want, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to get it yet, but it's just like there. And then I've got home, which is £0, gifts, which is £0. I have got the majority of my I've already got my majority of my Christmas gifts for everyone, so I shouldn't need like anything for gifts. I'll probably move it around a little bit when I get into sort of the month and sort of see where I actually am spending things, and I'll probably rebudget a little bit because I might need something in the gifts, but we'll see. And I'll probably do a mid-month update so you can kind of see where I am, because this month is going to be very up in the air. Then for Shein, is it Shein? I've put £40 because I do have some things that I do want to buy from there, but I might again have to up that because there's some gifts that are going to come from Shein, so I'll have to like figure that out. Amazon, I've put £30, eBay I've put £10, clothing and entertainment is £0 because I don't have any plans to need to go out in the UK for entertainment, so yeah, I've put that. Travel, buses and trains, etc. I put 20. I might not need that anymore, and I will talk about that once I've done all the things, because I have booked my insurance and stuff, and I'm going to talk about that. But then I've got staycations UK, I haven't got anything planned. Holidays international, I put £450. I might not need that much, I might only need half of that, but I thought that's better go over than under. And then for credit card payments, I've put 600 because I do want to get my credit card like fully paid off so I can start again in December. Overdraft fees, because I'm in an overdraft, I put £40. That's about average for what I like will spend it on. And then, as I said, I'm going to be taking off the cash withdrawn. So even though there's £50 budgeted there, I will be taking that off, and I will then just be highlighting all the things on the receipts and doing it properly this time, because just withdrawing the cash and then being like, oh, it's free cash, is not how I want to play. That's not how I want to play things. So that is all of my amounts for the next month. As I said, I probably will do a mid-month update with you guys, because I think this is all going to change like probably a week in, once I get my universal credit and once I've started paying things off, because I do have some debt that I'm going to start paying down, and I think it's going to like change. So I will probably end up doing the mid-month update sort of second week in November. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So that is it for my November reset. I hope you've enjoyed like seeing like the things I'm going to be doing this month. I kind of needed to be fairly vague because I don't really know. I haven't sat and planned, but the one thing that I do want to be doing is I watched a video of Budget with Ira, and if you don't follow him or you haven't seen him on YouTube, he has a really great way of doing like budgeting and finance and all his bits and pieces. And one of the things he did was he has like these little stickers, and on his like calendar each week he does like an update, and he puts like the sections on stickers and then how much he spent per week and on groceries, and he talks about it. And I kind of might get into that for a short form maybe. I'm not sure it'll be a long form, but we'll see. What would you prefer? Would you prefer me to do like weekly mini updates with shorts, or would you prefer me to do like a smaller catch-up video like weekly but on my financial side, like maybe as an additional video? Or I could do it every fortnight and we could discuss the finances. What would you prefer? Because I don't really know. I really want to do what you guys would prefer. So yeah, leave me a comment down below as to what you think you would like to see from this channel, and also leave me an aeroplane emoji if you are excited for the travel content, because I'm excited to go and I'm excited to give you guys all these different travel contents. I've been watching other people's travel contents to get some ideas as to what clips I need to film. I'm ready to give you guys like as much of an experience of a holiday and as much of an experience of my holiday as I possibly can. So yeah, fingers crossed it goes really well. But thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye!
Just like you're young again, no, don't you cry. Just get back up again.